They tell me I should be grateful, they tell me I should be patient. But homie, there's no time for waiting, not when you're destined for greatness.
My plate, my canvas. Talk about food, talk about branding. Where it all started and where it's landing. Let's get a little understanding. Chef T, so gotta get it in.
What's up? How's everybody doing out there?
What we cook today?
Hey, you know, we cook every day.
Every
what
day.
we gotta have that motherfucking cornbread.
I know that's right. Listen, I been waiting for this opportunity, and we're gonna do it again because we're gonna do it face to face. And I've been waiting for this opportunity, man. And you've just been a great inspiration. But first, I'm going to welcome everybody in. I'm going to do our little intro. Welcome to the Queen City episode 4, our first virtual podcast with Cooking with Cajun, right here on my plate, my canvas, where a plate is just a plate, a canvas is just a canvas until you put something on it, because presentation is everything. What we cooked today.
Man, look, it's a pleasure to be on here with you. You know, I can't thank y'all enough. You know, the time we got to spend together in Charlotte was beautiful. Nothing but love and family, man. That's what it's all about. You know, food just another tool to bring people together, and we're gonna use it every chance we get.
Hey, sound good to me, man. Listen, we first I wanna actually just go in first, and let's just talk about like the reason. I mean, like, how do we come to this point? How do we get here? Because you had a journey before we met. You had something going on before we met. And just so happens something happened to your Instagram or social media, and you became bigger. you became bigger than what you are right now. But let's go back to how did all this get started, man? Like, seriously, because we're
y'all can hear my chickens in the background.
Listen, I cock-a-doodle-doo, man.
Look, we are live in the studio, if you want to call it that. This is my yard.
Listen, I love it. I see Auntie back there on the side. Listen,
Auntie,
you can sit right next to him if you don't knock him off the stool.
I'm fine.
No, you know, getting to your story, man. You know, cooking this way was something I grew up with my family doing, and
right.
I traveled most of my adult life, and my kids and wife traveled with me. And if we had a day off, this is what I like to do, and spend time with my boys and my wife and even friends that were in the area. So when I moved out here, you know, where I live now, which is out in the woods, this just became a everyday way of life for us, because it's something I enjoy so much. Then my son decided he was going to video me doing this, and made a TikTok account and put a video up on there. And I woke up the next day and thought my phone was broke because
right.
Everything was lit up. And then a young man made a video, a remix of one of my videos, and my boy Stanley Burns.
No.
Well,
yeah.
You know,
hey,
listen,
we know Luke. Everybody know Lucci, man. Listen, shout out to Lucci, because you're the reason why I call you Unc today. So shout out to Lucci for bringing us together. Shout out to Lucci for being genuine, just how he is. I mean, I love the way that he reached out and brought you into our lives, man. I mean, we were communicating on social media. We were communicating through text and everything before we finally got a chance to meet up with each other, man. And listen,
baby, we got to hang out and have a great time. And that's one of those things that social media has done that you know, I would have never even expected. I knew nothing about social media, and you know, even made jokes to my kids about, you know, they they were watching videos and wasting their time when they could be
Yeah,
working.
you were just doing you. You were just doing you.
Yeah. And you know, and now it's turned into a platform to where the things I take the most from social media now is the abundance and the crazy amount of awesome people I've been able to meet and hang out with and become family with. And that's really why I think I strived to stay into it when I did, because for a long time I didn't think I would, you know, continue doing this. I thought it was just something that was fun, but then, like I said, the feedback and the ability to maybe get out and meet people and really cook and hang out with people has just been crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because when we finally got a chance to meet, we met not too far from here. Of course, again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we're in the Queen City. We're in Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Uncle's in Arkansas. And I think, you know, we're good. Social media is just, this is how social media is able to bring us together. But anyway, we met that day, and we went out to lunch, and we went to a Panther game, and you were walking around just how you looking right now, except you didn't have on that beautiful Chefs by Nature hat. You know what I'm saying? We represent Chefs by Nature. And we traded. I mean, I got my Cooking with Cajun hoodie that you bought me, and my seasonings that I got right here in the background with me, right here. Which, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and give some lucky, I guess, subscribers or whatever we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give them some of this seasoning at some point. But we're gonna go ahead and still shout out Unc for putting these seasonings out. That voodoo, and we all listen right here. That Sasay Bone. I'm telling you, man, it's some good Sasay Bone, baby. Some good stuff right there. Ooh wee! I guarantee it's good.
I guarantee you that's good.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we went to a football game, and listen, you were walking through the corridors, and we were just walking, and people was like, "Hey, there go that motherfucking cornbread man right there." Hey, there go motherfucking cornbread.
Man, you know, that is the one thing I do love too about social media is the amount of people that, like I said, not only have gotten to meet as far as people that have contacted me, and I've gone to their place or whatever it may be, and we hung out, but the amount of people I have just met out on the street, walking around, just being myself, and people walk up to me and just come and talk to me and hang out, and I love that. The biggest problem my wife has is when people approach me to start talking is she's got to every now and then, you know, like after 30 minutes, she's got to grab me and say, "Hey, it's time to go. We got to move on." Because I love people, man. I love meeting people, talking to people.
Hey, so auntie, so bad cop said, "Come on, good cop."
I'll be the bad cop.
I know that's right. You have to be. So you know what?
You know, but
we're saying that she's the bad cop, you're the good cop in this whole situation. You've been approached many, many times about collaborations and people want to do things with you. And I love the conversation we had when you say, you know what, you just would not put yourself out there just because someone reached out to you. I mean, you didn't want to get real commercial, and you're sticking to your guns with that, man. I love it, because to be honest with you, if you did do that without making a rational decision, all that behind you will be changed. You would not be in that setting anymore. So this is where people love to see you. And tell me something about that right there. Like, what was the hardest thing you had, like decision you had to like not accept? Or to where you are, like just keeping it real, just keeping it 100.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, it's you know, don't get me wrong, I'm like everybody else. You know, there are things that are happening in social media and in our life that we have to grow with, whether we want to or not. The biggest things I try to push, and I will stay true to, and I don't really care how big or how small things stay or get, is I do not take, you know, like a company is gonna reach out to me and want me to do, you know, a video to promote a product they have, and they want to pay you. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to be tied to someone, because of the simple reason I'm free. I want to stay that way. And when I do make a video of a product, it's not because they asked me to. It's not because I signed an agreement or I have to use their product. I make that video because I genuinely love the product. And I do it on my own with no knowledge of them knowing I'm doing it. And I do it because, you know, there are a lot of small mom and pop companies and people out there that are trying to get, you know, just a little bit of edge of getting something to get started. And, you know, for me, if it's a really good product and I try it and I like it, I don't want them to pay me to do a commercial, because then I could do a commercial for Bud Light and I drank Coors Light.
That's right. That's
not what I want. You know, I would push Coors Light for free for the simple fact that it's what I drink. It's what I enjoy. The knives I use, you know, I use one guy's knife and Excalibur blade. I've said his name before. And again, this is not a commercial, but these are the people that I've gotten their products. I've tried them. I have no agreements with them, but they make good products and I don't mind doing it. And like I said, I am not entitled to, I have to have this product on my video, or I can't have this product. I can go out there and use anybody's product at any time on any video, because I have no ties to none of it.
That's the beautiful thing about it. Just like that Coke you're drinking.
Exactly. No, exactly. Hey, and look, for what it's worth, there's some Jack Daniels in this Coke.
Hey, listen, you ain't saying nothing, brother. I go upstairs to get that Henny on you. You know I will. You better stop.
Hey, I got some JD up in here.
I hear you, Jack Daniels. Listen, we definitely gonna we're gonna have a toast. I'm drinking water. Okay. So listen, after all that, and we got to bring Auntie to the forefront. Auntie, slide over a little bit. Hide the LSU. Here, hide that LSU that you got on for me, please. Hide that LSU you got on right there.
Hey, y'all do have an LSU play on the Carolina Panthers team, don't you?
I would know. I don't think he showed up. I don't think he showed up yet.
You only got one player you got to worry about, huh?
I only have one player I have to worry about, and I make sure that he's covered. I make sure, you know what I'm saying, every meal that I make for him is prayed over, and that, you know what I'm saying, he goes out there and he performs to his highest level, and I do that for all my clients. But for you to be able to come together, you hunt for your own food. You've been doing this since what, 15 years old?
About 7.
About 7 years old.
Yeah.
You have no problem going out, maybe around about like a good mile away from your house, pitching a tent, sleeping out in the cold with your rifle, and just enjoying life, man. I'm talking about, you know what? I'm glad you do that, because I'm not going to do it.
And most of the time, it's not really a rifle. I bow hunt about 90% of the times. I do like to archery hunt more so than anything. But I usually keep, you know, maybe a side piece or something, because if I, you know, I do travel a mile or two or so behind the house, and it's all real hilly and mountain. And, you know, so if I kill something large, then I probably can't drag it home. So I usually completely harvest it on the spot, pitch a tent, sleep, get up the next morning, put it in a bag, put it on my back, and we'll take about a 2-mile hike out the mountain until we get home. And usually I just text my better half and say, keep the fire.
And that is your better half, man. Listen, she's such a jewel, man. She's an angel, but she's such a jewel, man. And she is the hidden gem behind the camera. She's all that. So a lot of people say, oh man, they think you got this huge production team.
Yeah.
There it is. There she is right there.
Hey, so I got to tell you a quick funny story. So the other day, there's a young man, I'll give his first name out, Kings.
Okay, yeah.
He and I, you know, we've been following each other and we've been communicating for a while, and I got to go meet him finally the other day for the first time, and no different than when I met you and Lucha and everybody else. You know, it was no shaking hands. We hugged. I mean, wonderful guy, beautiful, you know, family.
Right.
But in conversation, he said, "Why don't you come and hang out this afternoon for a little while, and we can shoot some video and stuff?" And I said, "Yeah, I'd love to." And one of the guys in the background said, "Tell him to bring his camera crew."
Okay.
and King said that would be his wife and an iPhone.
Exactly.
And I said, "That's exactly right." And so we did. We went, we shot some video, and we cooked for him. And man, it was an awesome time. And you know, I can't wait to hang out with him and y'all again and everybody else.
We're supposed to be going to Florida in a few months to Cocoa Beach. So I'd like for all of us to try to hook up together.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that in the off season. And
Yeah.
he already reached out to me because of you, and was like he can't wait to for us to hook up and everything. We're gonna go ahead once we do this video. We're gonna go ahead and put up his Instagram. We got to shout him out. I mean, because he's a real good guy who's out there. He's doing amazing, and I think he's like an ex-boxer or something like that. He's an athlete.
Yeah, he's a professional boxer. He retired. I'm trying to talk him into coming out of retirement at least for 1 or 2 fights so I can go watch it.
Well, we can always do like a little celebrity brawl, like boxing match. We can put you in the ring, but you can't wear those overalls, man.
Nah. Oh, I'm wearing overalls. I don't own that damn. Hey,
hold on. Hey, you'll
jump on him like an old mule.
Hey, you'll put the boxing shorts on top of the overalls.
Hey, I'm gonna send you some pictures. If you hadn't seen them, I'm gonna send you some pictures. We did a
talk about the one where you did like that.
Yeah.
You
see, I got him with that right hook.
Yeah, but he had you in your gut. I could just see him like this. I thought I saw. I was gonna say I wanted to punch you in your stomach, man. But listen, going back to what we were talking about as far as what was that journey like from Louisiana to Arkansas?
Oh man, it wasn't probably as big of a shock as most people would think, because we spent 26 years of our lives traveling all over the United States with the work that I did.
That's right.
So we got
used to lay pipe, didn't you?
And I always lay pipe.
Usually,
I used to do it for a living. Now I do it for free. No,
okay. I heard you was like the best pipe layer there is.
Hey man, I used to lay miles that day and inches that night.
How did we go from food to this?
Well, we were talking about.
Hey, we still feeding. Either way, somebody getting fed.
Yeah, everybody's going to get fed, but all right. But that's still that whole transition from Arkansas to Louisiana, because we see it Auntie you got on her LSU. We know y'all represent Louisiana to the fullest, and to go to Arkansas, I mean, that was like you said, people would think that you don't say that was like a difficult transition, but you say it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I mean, like I said, we went, we both had to outgrow our web feet. Because it's a whole lot drier up here in the mountains, and it's a whole lot of rock. The terrain's different. There's a lot of things different. The food, as far as that goes, the only difference I find would be more of the fresh seafood. But, for us, it wasn't as hard of a transition, like I said, as most, because we traveled so much throughout our whole married life that we've been, we spent years in Pennsylvania, Texas, all over the United States. And so moving here, I mean, of course, it's kind of hard to, or kind of sad to say, but we were used to being away from family. We were used to being in different areas and different terrains. And for her, it was probably a huge shock because she was kind of a city girl.
Oh, yeah. I remember that story.
Yeah. And I'm just being honest, and this is I get people live in the cities, and I have nothing against that. Me personally, I'm scared to even fly over the city. There's so many freaking people there. Like, I'm not that guy. I mean, I love people, but I do not enjoy like just being completely surrounded, no matter where you go. And so living out here is like, like winning the lottery. For her, it's like winning the lottery and then getting a bad cocaine habit.
I like that. I like that.
She's always looking for a way out.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's drawing shotguns on people when she see those headlights coming down that side, that driveway that's almost like a mile from the street. And she's sitting in the window.
I got that Baton Rouge and New Orleans mentality still.
Yeah. She pulled up the shotgun. I wish you would.
I wish you would.
Wish you would.
Hey, they get out and they say, I think I'm in the wrong place. You said, yeah, I could have told you that a mile ago.
Right, yeah. Why she shooting out the headlights?
Yeah. As soon as you cross that sign up there that says, yep, you fucked up, you're in the wrong place.
Hey, I'm telling you, coming into like charted territory. So listen, how did you come up with the name Cooking with Cajun?
Man, to be honest, so I had an account before that was Cajun Custom.
Right, back to that. Yeah, because you got hacked.
Custom calls.
Right.
And I used to make duck calls and turkey calls, and it was just a hobby on the side. And so the name we popped up with, and at about 500,000 followers, for some reason, my whole account just got taken down, and we never fought trying to get it back. I just and that was the point we talked about earlier when I said I didn't know that I'd continue with this.
Yeah.
And when they took that account for about 2 months, I didn't do anything on social media. And then one day I said, let's just make a video and let's just cook and let's just, hang out. And I mean, she had built an account up to 1,000 so we could go live. And we came up with the idea of, I would rather just do the cooking because that is where my heart's at. So she just said, well, just do it Cooking with Cajun. And I said, all right, sounds good. So it was just kind of course, she came up with it.
See, there go the brains right there, man. Picky in the brain.
Prenup.
What prenup?
I know, right?
They ain't no prenup.
Exactly.
I promise you, we either both make it or we both sink, but we're going to both do it together.
I know that's right. Ain't no prenup when it says true love, and it's true love, man.
Nah, prenup. I don't even really know what the hell prenup means. I just heard it on social media. Is that where you get everything?
Yeah. No, I Google.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, she already got stuff in motion. So listen.
Hey, you can take 100% of nothing, you still got nothing.
Yep.
Hey, absolutely right. But hey, long as you keep doing what you're, what I'm saying, as far as the old job you used to have, long as you keep, pipe laying, you'll be all right.
Hey, that's what I used to pick at people and tell them I laid pipe, and my wife was a pipe fitter.
You were on a roll today.
Oh yeah, he on the roll today, so I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm not fit. We're not gonna go there no more.
It's all good. I'm used to it.
Oh, trust me, I know you're used to it because it's all on social media. Because when he make those videos and he be like, "Boy, I thought I saw my white panther," I said, "Whoa." Like, what made you even say that? Like, I mean, it's like you sit up here scooping out some smothered chicken, or I forgot what that was that day. You said, "Oh, I thought I just saw my white panther drop."
Hey, and that's the beautiful thing about getting older. You can say whatever the hell you want, and hell, even if they cancel me, I ain't got that much more time anyway. So what they cancel, a couple of years? So I just speak my mind, and I wish more people did. I mean, you ain't got to be rude. You can speak your mind and not be rude and be ugly. You know what I mean? And it's like the whole thing. We have fun with each other, and we have 29 years. You know, we've had a
29
blast
years, man. That's
living life
beautiful.
together.
Been together 30, married 29.
And you never thought that you'll be, especially because 29, 30 years ago, social media didn't exist. We all like got so familiar with social media, especially after COVID. But here it is. You guys like are like cornering like some type of market, man. You know what I'm saying, together. And you definitely didn't see this coming. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the obstacle like? Like, how did y'all even? Cause I'm sure sometimes she threw the iPad at you, like, God damn it, this is not right. Like, I'm sure something ain't go right. Like, y'all had to figure it out. Y'all had to figure it out.
We did, and believe it or not, we're still figuring it out every day.
There is a person that's really big on social media and all that. I contact him at least once or twice a month just to get an update. And if he sees something that will help us monetize, he'll actually call me and say, hey, Angel, go to your computer or go to your iPad. This is what you need to do. And if it wouldn't be for him, I don't know if we would have made it this far.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about being older is you can get young people to help you.
You know,
true.
And we met him in January and stuff. He got us to come to Hot Springs to meet up with him because they've been following each other for like 2 years on social media. And we finally got to meet him face to face. And
now he's one of my best friends.
So if something happens on any social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, hey, this is what you need to do. Go to your computer. But
it's just the beauty of being able to reach out and talk to people, and people help each other. And, you know, and we've got our 2 boys, you know, that we don't talk a lot about because the whole concept with what we do, you know, is you kind of want to stay in that wheelhouse. But, you know, our 2 sons are in their mid to upper 20s. And you know, my oldest son, he actually, you know,
moving back this Saturday.
He's on, you know, these gaming teams and been all over the United States. So he's big into, you know, the YouTube and all those things. And he's a lot more savvy on this stuff.
So you about to go ahead, we about to take it to another level.
Yeah. So we have in the last year, we have, you know, finally talked him into moving back here and kind of coming to do exactly what you said a while ago. He's going to be my new camera crew and editing guy. And that'll give Mama more time to do everything else she already does.
Hey, y'all make a wonderful team, man. I love it. And like I said, when I met y'all in person, it was almost like before we even left to go, because we went to go have lunch, but before we even left to go out, we spent almost like an hour just sitting in front of each other, just laughing and having a good time. And I was like, that was something that a camera could not catch, which, I mean, you know what? I wouldn't even want it to catch that on the camera because it was just so genuine and so organic. And I think we laughed. I started actually for a little bit of snuff because I was going to go and, you know.
You know,
hey, that's the day we got a warning for us to quiet it down because we were laughing too loud.
Yeah, like I was like, who the hell is telling us to be quiet?
Yeah, but you know, the beautiful thing though about one of the things that I will bring up, that one of the biggest reasons I wanted my son to come and get involved in what we're doing is because of those moments you just talked about. Is his, you know, main focus will be to video the private moments that I have with people when I get to meet them, like y'all, and you know, those things. But with that those are the videos that may never be put on social media.
Right.
Those are the videos that I want for my personal, you know, I want to be able to sit down at night and get on a computer and go back through, you know, tons and tons of video and see some of the videos that we've gotten of exactly what you were talking about. You know, it was you and I and Mr. Brian. And we just sat there and talked like we had been knowing each other for 50 years, like old friends that, you know, hadn't talked since college. And we just hung out. And that was so beautiful that, like you said, I wish we would have got it on video just so I would have it in my arsenal so I could sit back and watch it.
Okay. Right. Well, the opportunity will circle back around again. I mean, so what everybody want to know is what we cooked today.
Man, we haven't cooked anything yet, but I'm balling.
You doing what?
I'm going to boil some shrimp and some
Okay.
snow crab this afternoon.
Are we making an etouffee or what? What are we doing with it?
No, I'm just going to boil them.
You're just gonna ball them up.
Yeah, we're gonna take it
boil
easy
them with a bunch of seasoning. We're actually packing up. We're headed out tomorrow to Georgia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm glad we were able to get on today.
Yeah. We're leaving tomorrow to go to Georgia. We're gonna go spend time with our youngest son and some of the family and friends, and we're going to cook over there. Now, y'all may just kind of stay tuned to all the social medias because what am I scheduled to cook? I'm going to cook for family and friends. I had a whole big old Thanksgiving dinner.
And are you gonna fry a turkey?
Well, here's my menu that they sent me. I didn't come up with any of this.
Oh, they sent you a menu. Hold on, they got it like this, right? They're gonna send you a menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
yeah.
Well, they live on a cul-de-sac and the whole community gets together.
Oh, so nice.
He's gonna cook a chicken and sausage gumbo, a jambalaya. He's gonna fry a turkey. I'm gonna make a green bean casserole and a sweet potato casserole, and then everybody else is going to be making like big dishes and all that too.
Or bringing cups and spoons.
Yeah, or bowls and spoons. I know they're frying like 4 turkeys. It's like 50 people coming.
Damn.
Exactly.
Hey, we're going to the family reunion this weekend.
That's what it sounds like. And I'm like, shoot, I'm about to go ahead and pack my bag. I'm coming where y'all at.
Hey, shout out. I've been on social media for 2 years.
Right.
Everybody always comments and says,
You coming to the
cookout. You coming to the cookout. Every one of them, I say, send me a date and an address. I've never gotten a response from anyone.
Finally.
The other day, somebody from South Carolina sent me a date and a damn address. So what they don't know yet is
we showing up.
I'm showing up at that cookout.
I know that's right. Because listen, we had already talked about the whole concept that we're going to do back in Florida.
Yep.
Come to the cookout.
Yep.
So we listen. I know that we don't have the but we're going to look for it. As far as how your setup is. So I was thinking that we'll probably like dig up the back of Brian's backyard.
Put a pig.
We're gonna put a little mosh pit. We're gonna, put some sticks.
Hey. One thing y'all gotta remember, when I show up, I'm bringing most of it with me.
And I know you're gonna bring them cast iron skillets, and I mean, I know you're gonna. So we're gonna have a good old time. But that is something that we're gonna talk about. That's something that we're gonna plan for the summer, where we're gonna invite people out, and we're gonna just have our own little family reunion together, and we're gonna cook. I'm gonna throw down on some dishes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna make yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and
get Lucci to come with some of his sauce.
Yeah, we got to get that Lucci sauce. He got that yam glaze, and he got that I forgot the other one.
He got cornbread.
Yeah, listen, he doing this thing. So I mean, we definitely gonna have the Lucci wings out there, and again, I love stuff like this right here because it brings you together. That's why I love what I do, because food brings people together. Food is love.
Yeah.
And it's where I admire you all, because it's not like you hesitate to show up.
No, absolutely
you don't hesitate to show up, man.
No, absolutely not. Look, I'm gonna tell you, that's what we were talking about earlier. One of my biggest influences once I moved out here in the middle of nowhere in the woods and doing my thing and enjoying life and doing the hunt, like you said, and going camping and doing all of that. One of the things I think I struggled with for the few years we were out here was the fact that I was so used to being around people, because I worked, in a job where I had 200-300 people around me all the time.
Right.
And, so when this took off, that was probably one of the easiest things for me, was when people would invite me to go somewhere and hang out, cook, whatever it was. I'm 100% for that. I am always looking to go hang out with good people and cook and just, have a good time and show love. It's what people have gotten away from is getting out, hanging out with different people, hanging out with new people. Everybody has kind of gotten in a spot, I think, in life where it's hard to just trust everybody, but I think the one thing that everybody relates to is food.
Right.
And I think that's what everybody really wants, to go back to their childhood where, grandma and, your aunts and uncles and all them will got together and cook, and the kids all played and they ate this food. And now we're grown and we eat somewhere randomly, very seldom, but we sit there and we think, holy shit, this was the food I remember from back then.
Yeah. So the way you cook is the way that I remember the food that I was raised on. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You love that. Listen, man, especially with that fried cabbage.
Oh man.
And when you do your little stews, I mean, everything with a gravy. I think my middle name should have been Terrence Gravy Williams.
Mine do.
And
everybody
then on top of that,
my middle name should be Rice.
But my actually, to be honest with you, my middle name should have been Cornbread, because my grandmother, no, seriously, I think I told you this guy. I thought I just saw, did I just see like something come out your mouth? Like it was smoke? It's cold?
Yeah.
Oh,
holy
yeah.
crap.
It's 30-something degrees.
All right, listen, man. I don't want y'all to freeze, but anyway,
no,
I know y'all got the nice fire back there.
I got a fire in the background.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah, see, they can show them the fire. And one thing about it is that my grandmother, every meal she made cornbread from when I was a little kid. And I had cornbread even up until today. I have to have cornbread with everything I eat.
Yeah.
So when you did the whole thing, like, we got to have that more, you're absolutely right. You got to have that meffing cornbread.
You got to, man, and that's the same with me growing up. We went and ate at my grandmother's or even at home, and it almost didn't matter what they put on the table. There was either a pan of cornbread or there was a pan of biscuits. And more so than any, it was a pan of cornbread. And, and that just became, like you said, it became just a staple in life that's just, it's just the things you have. It's kind of like when most people sit down to eat, they get, a glass of water or they get something to drink with their meal. When I grew up, you got a piece of cornbread and that was, you ate whatever else, but everybody got cornbread.
Cornbread, and I remember cornbread and buttermilk.
Yes.
Cornbread in a bowl, and we put in a bowl with a little side of collard greens and a little bit of and some buttermilk, and we used to mush it with our fingers.
Man, you were talking my language.
Oh, he loves that.
Look, you
with some sugar.
You make me want to go wash my beard right now because I know how dirty this thing to get.
That's why you uncle and I'm nephew, man. I mean, because that's how. Listen, that is good eating right there, man.
I'm gonna say this, and what I think people need to understand is a lot of folks grew up the same way. There was a lot of poor folks everywhere of every race. It was not, one side or the other. So there's a lot of folks out there, Hispanics. I mean, people from all over the world that I am very, very good friends with. And when you sit down and talk to them, they grew up, poor, just like most of us did. And so the food comes out to a point where, a lot of people are like, well, that was poor man's food. Well, fuck, that's what we were. So yeah, that's what we ate. And today, to me, that is the food that, brings me back to my childhood, but it's also, to me, is the best tasting food out there. So it's one of those things I think a lot of people relate to is the fact that it is food. And the beautiful thing about this food is if you ever do a bunch of research, there are a lot of dishes that come from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
People can say, well, this is a Southern dish. A lot of those dishes came from all kind of other cultures and other countries, and it all came together and they created this, because people cook with the most popular ingredients in the area they live. You know, we don't cook in Louisiana, for instance, with plantain, but I've gone to South America and spent a year, and I have cooked the same exact dishes I cook in Louisiana, but they don't have potatoes, they have plantain. So I've used that in the place of potatoes, and it's absolutely mind-blowing that it is so similar to the same things we grew up eating.
Yeah, even like yuca, you know what I'm saying? If you do mash, you can do a yuca mash, you can do plantain mash, you know what I'm saying? You can still serve it up with something that's stewed and everything else. Like you said, food is a revolving door.
Yes.
And it's been around, it's coming back around, and it's not going anywhere. So what we've got away from was actually farming and producing our own food. As far as raising like, you know what I'm saying, you got chickens, you got different things and stuff like that. You go out there and get some your deer meat and rabbit. Like we were talking about rabbit the other night, and I was like, I love a good rabbit stew, and but those are the things that we got away from. So my mother-in-law, she actually does her own gardening. I mean, she got collard greens and okra and peppers, jalapeno peppers, and
what's that?
So, and you mentioned something too, and I saw this a long time ago, when you just read up on things, I'm saying, as far as jarring and canning, preserving those beautiful ingredients, because I love some pickled okra, boy.
Me too.
I gotta have, listen, the way I eat those collard greens, or like, say if it's black eyed peas, pickled okra, slice of tomato, and some onion.
That's it. Hey, and tell your mama when she grows them little bitty peppers, they're kind of like a little cayenne pepper. Just take them raw, put them in a jar, fill it up with vinegar, let it sit on the counter for about 2-3 months. And when you get them collards out,
it's already done.
Sprinkle that on top, that pepper. Oh man, that pepper.
Hey, hold on. And the best bottle to use for that is an old, maybe like a Heinz steak sauce bottle. Yes. Take the label off.
With the
poke a hole in it.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly, one of the things that we strive on. And of course, this has kind of made it a little bit more difficult because we do go do a lot of events. We get, invited to go different places now that we, in a sense, didn't before. But we do grow a garden, and we try to grow one year round. I'm actually in the process of putting up a greenhouse right now.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. That's beautiful, man.
But yeah, we do. We'll usually grow enough of certain items that we know is something that we'll use basically year round. And and we usually try to plant 5-10 times more than we know we can consume as it's being harvested. So that
exactly. Get ready for the winter. Get ready for summer.
And we put up. My pantry is 10 foot by 10 foot. And it's just shelving, and it's slap full of everything Mama's put up.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Even these, again, wonderful seasonings that you guys are putting out. So I know this one right here, I taste this right here. I'm not really big on heat, but when I tell you this one right here had me speaking their lips, I was like, wee, boy, this is a good one right here. But man, this one that came with the little like bear sleeve, this one right here, man, this is the good one right here, man. So listen, everybody that's tuning in, y'all go and get your Cajun. We're gonna go ahead and put the link up in the once we get ready to put this out, where you can find all of the merchandise, where you can find the hoodies, where you can find the caps, and everything else that my family, my aunt, my uncle, Cooking with Cajun is producing. Listen, we're gonna wrap this up, man. This has been an awesome time, man. I love hanging out with you guys. We're gonna go ahead and do a part 2 on this one right here. And I just want you to go ahead and just give our viewers something, just leave them with something that they can expect that's coming up, in the future. And if you want to, just lay something on them.
Well, let's just say that hopefully in the next coming months, you'll be able to go to the grocery store and buy some of that MF and cornbread.
Stick around for it, man, because I know it's going to be good, because you pretty much go around and you collect different cornmeals and stuff like that, because you had got one when you was here, and we were supposed to hook it up, but we can't wait to see yours on the shelf, man.
Hey, we can't wait to let people try it out.
And if they don't find it on the shelf, they can still go where and find it.
They can go to my Etsy account, which is
cookingwithcajun.etsy.com.
All right.
It'll be there first, guaranteed.
All right. And they can go and get the hat, they can get the hoodie, and they might come up for next Halloween. I think we're gonna go get the little thing for you. They can get a beard and put the little glasses on where they can have a hanging beard.
Mama actually dressed up like me this year.
Hey, listen, overalls are coming too. What the hell? So, hey, we're going to work on all that. Listen, guys, I love you guys. I thank y'all for joining me today. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Spread the love. Continue to stay true to what you're doing. And remember, a plate is just a plate. A canvas is a canvas until you put something on it. Because presentation is what? Everything, baby.
Love y'all.
Love you too. All right. Talk to y'all later, man.